Hey everyone, how's it going? Chemist here, and today I've got a shorter but a really cool video for you guys to see. So right here I have a very special console. It's from a modder in the community called HaiHaiSB on Instagram. He also goes by RetroHai. And basically what this is he calls this a DMG, and then this one is a 102, I believe. So what this is it's a custom DMG Game Boy shell, right? It's completely custom, and the internals are a Game Boy Advance. So that's an AGS 101 backlit screen, and he even has bumper buttons on each side. But before we get into all of that, you can just tell right off the bat that, I mean, this system is, I mean, it's just stunning. It's truly, truly gorgeous. He has a custom, you can see it says RetroHai in the bottom left corner of the glass screen. So this is glass and not plastic. And then he has this sparkle finish all around the outside, and it's truly beautiful. I mean, it's like breathtaking in person. He has a UV printed Pikachu and Eevee, and it even says Pokemon Let's Go Eevee in the bottom. And then select and start. They feel like normal DMG buttons. These are red DMG buttons. They're nice and tactile. Got the original D-pad here. On this side, you can see we have volume, and we have a USB-C port for the rechargeable lithium-ion battery he has inside. Like I said, there's a bumper button on either side up top, and when I first received it, I thought that was going to be pretty awkward to use with them up there, but actually when you're playing, if you just rest your fingers up top, that's actually a pretty comfortable way to hold a DMG, and it works out pretty well. On this side, we have a recharging light indicator and a brightness knob. It's kind of weird using the brightness in the form of a knob because there's only 2 levels, but that's what this knob right here does. On the top, you can see we have a power switch, and then on the bottom, we have a headphone jack. On the back, there's just this barcode that he put on it, and on the inside, you can actually see that this is the battery and little housing from a Nintendo DS Lite that's been wired on the inside. So so let's close that back up, and we'll power this back on for you. So you can see that's a Game Boy Advance. The screen is incredibly crisp and clear. If you have a backlit Game Boy Advance or use an AGS 101, you know exactly what this looks like. And here, I'll go ahead and spin the wheel for you and turn the brightness. So see, that's dim and that's bright. So there's only 2 levels, but still, it's cool that there's a way to control that. I think I really would have preferred this being a switch, kind of like the AGS 101 has, but still, it's nice that it's there. On the inside or back side, you can see if you use he cut it to where a Game Boy Advance cart will sit flush with this, so that I have an Easy Flash Omega inside of here, and I have everything organized for Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance, right? So if I choose my Pokemon Crystal 2.0 ROM, you can see that this supports GPC, and then, here you go. So I'll let you show that it's like booting up and everything. And then if I turn it off again, and then come back to the main, I'll show you that, you can use this for Game Boy Advance ROMs as well. So if I go to Game Boy Advance, right, like, I don't know what I just clicked. I went down too fast, but we'll load the game. It's a Pokemon, maybe Fire Red or Emerald. Yeah, so Fire Red. So there we go. So that's nice. So, I mean, this, I can't explain, like, how gorgeous this looks. It's one of the best looking DMGs I've ever seen in person. It's jaw dropping. And this will also, let me go ahead and show this for you. I'm going to take out the Easy Flash, and this is my original Pokemon Yellow cart, so let me go ahead and slide that in. Let's see. So this will work with regular carts as well. And so you can see you can make it expand and fill up the whole screen like a heathen, or you can make it use the regular resolution. I want to say that the screen, I'm an extremely OCD person. This AGS 101 screen is centered. There's no uneven alignment on anything like that. It's made very well. I actually won this from his Instagram page on a raffle. He holds raffles actually very frequently, so that's a good way to get systems from him. And then he also will custom make anything you want, and his page has some unbelievable stuff. This is pretty mild in terms of the mods he does. This is just a Game Boy Advance instead of a DMG. That's not anything crazy. He puts DS's inside these systems. Yeah, he can do that even in a Game Boy Pocket and a Game Boy Color. I mean, they're truly he's pretty crazy with his mods. He gets a lot of flack because on a video by This Does Not Compute, who is a great YouTube channel. You should totally check him out. If you're watching anything I make, he makes stuff that it's so much better production quality than I know how to do, so you would really enjoy his content. But he received one from a viewer, and it was a DMG that had a DS inside, like the screen, and it even maintained touch functionality on the one he got. And he took it apart, and in order to get that DS to work instead of a DMG shell, currently there's only 2 people that really can even do it. It's RetroHai, HaiHaiSB, the person who made this, and then there's also another person on Etsy and Instagram who goes by Game Boy Station. They're really the only 2 that can do it, and so as of right now, I haven't seen any custom PCBs made for something like this. So he used quite a lot of spaghetti wire to get the wiring to work, and because he used so much spaghetti wiring, it looks like he hot glued everything down to make sure none of the connections broke off, and it doesn't look very good on the inside. So the people who know who he is tend to be pretty polarized. They either tend to think it's the greatest stuff ever made because he was really the first one to do it, or they think it is horribly done because he hasn't taken the time to make a custom PCB, because he also sells these. You can get on his waiting list, and just as a heads up, if you decide to do that, I've been on it for about 8 months, and I still haven't gotten contacted to get one made. So it's a really long wait, but he sells them for a lot. Like they're pretty pricey. So I mean, you know, he's really the only person who can make them as custom as this at this level. Like if you want a Game Boy Advance instead of a DMG, he can put a Game Boy Advance inside of a Game Boy Color shell, a Game Boy Pocket shell. He can put a Nintendo DS bottom screen inside of a Game Boy Pocket and Game Boy Color to emulate ROMs and stuff, and he's the only one I've seen who can put it inside of a shell as small as a Game Boy Pocket. So, I mean, he charges a whole lot for them, but he kind of has control over the market at the time being. So he's pretty polarizing, but either way, regardless of how you feel about what he makes, the unit I have is pretty basic, and the craftsmanship that he went into to make it look this way is truly like a work of art. I mean, like it's beautiful. Like there's no way around it. Like this shell and this work is gorgeous. So I'll leave a link to his Instagram page if you want to check out all the crazy things that he can make. And you can also see a bunch of the custom designs he does. There's not many people who UV print as many custom designs as he has. I mean, even this Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu is pretty laid back in terms of the custom work he's done. So I definitely think you should at least go check him out, even if you're not interested in supporting his work or getting anything by him. But I couldn't not show this to you guys because there's not many people that have them, and the people who do don't make videos about them. So I figured you all would appreciate seeing this. And I mean, just to show you the level of work, see, there's the power light indicator right there, but it like hides within the sparkles. I mean, it's just it's incredible. Like it's so nice. Like he did a great job on this unit. So if you're in the market for something like this, you can go check him out. Whether or not you think it's worth the money he charges is up to you. I like the Game Boy Advance that had this DMG, but just to be frank with you all, I'm not the biggest fan of the DMG shell size. If I were going to get one, I'd probably get a Game Boy Pocket or Game Boy Color, but those are way more expensive, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, go check them out if you're interested. I hope you liked the video, and I will have something new for you guys pretty soon. So I really appreciate anyone who subscribed sticking with me. I know I'm not the best with schedules right now, but I really appreciate everything you guys do in terms of watching the videos, and I will catch you on the next one.